Republic of the Southern Sudan to the world of nations. I mean, let's go through the checklist. We've got a new capital city. You've got a new president. You've got a new beautiful national anthem, beautifully sung. You've got a new flag and a new vision and a new hope for the future. I think you've got yourself a new country. Well done. And as much as I am, I try to understand, and I know I never ever will, because you can't understand what your nation has gone through, what your people has gone through, if you didn't actually live it. And I want to acknowledge that. But I have been so blessed and so honored to hear so many stories, and to have a good friend like Peter to inform me of things that are happening in your community and many others of you. I'm so honored to be sitting at the table of fellow dignitaries. Remember when we were all doing the hugs? Biggest hugs in the room, I guarantee you, at the dignitary table. So stop by and get one from there. I think a couple of my back vertebrae got popped. But it is a very, very exciting day, and I am honored to be a part of it. And you have brought so much to our country. I hope you don't lose sight of that. As much as I hear your appreciation for having Canada as a refuge, as a place to be and to live your life as you see fit, and worship your God as you see fit, and raise your children as you see fit, and go to school and get an education and pursue whatever type of life you see fit. I do not want you to think for one moment that you have only taken from Canada, that you have just seized an opportunity. You have brought so much to our understanding of what the human spirit is all about. And I remember when I had the chance to speak previously a few months ago, when folks, that as a politician, I have people who live right across the street from a polling station, and I can't get them to walk out their door and cast a ballot. Don't tell me you haven't taught us something. I should also point out that as much as I've been very fortunate to be supported in my community in elections, I've never come anywhere close to 98.9% of the vote. That was pretty decisive. And therein is another message that you have given not just to Canadians, but to the entire world. The horrible history that so many of you endured personally, that all of your families went through. And how did you decide to resolve it? Was it going to be through further bloodshed and anger and hatred and despair? Or was it going to be through hope and peace and a vote? And you chose a vote. And here today, already, we've had an opportunity to acknowledge the citizens from the Northern Sudan and from the Southern Sudan, and to bridge that divide and to encourage peace. Because when back home they have their moments where peace is difficult, it's going to be communities like yours, living here in Canada on the other side of the world, which can show people how to move past those differences and build a positive future for every single village and every single child, no matter where they live. And I will just close with this final thought. You have in front of you a new canvas. It's a blank canvas, waiting for a beautiful picture to be painted. And that's a very scary thing. It is not easy to build a country from scratch. We have a lot of trouble running one part of a country, and we've been doing it for 100 and something years. You guys are starting over. My only tiny piece of advice that I would offer you today, this day of incredible celebration, is don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to say, you know what? We've come up with something and it's just not working. We haven't figured out how to solve this. When we still have the humility to ask each other for support, just as I'm asking you for your ongoing support in teaching other Canadians so much that you have to offer, please feel like Canada and Manitoba in particular, and our provincial government, is here to help you. That's the only way we're going to get through this. It's the best future for all of us. Congratulations. Well done.
However, do you feel free? If you feel free, raise up your hand. South Sudan warrior. To the people of Southern Sudan for achieving independence of your new nation. And a nation like this does not come without any sacrifice. Give respect to all the people who died during the war, beginning from some 50 years ago, whether they are military, civilians, or even church people. I think let's give them our due respect. Today, I'm not going to speak from any script. I'm just going to speak from mine because I'm from Sudan to become new. That means we need equal sharing of resources. We fought for freedom, we fought for real peace, and we fought for equality and equal representation. But it seems, ladies and gentlemen, we fought so hard, and that led to the breakup of the country. Now today, we are not going to talk much. Most of the things have been already said by the previous speakers. But what I want us to draw our attention to is these facts here. After everything has been said and done, life comes back to seriousness and business as usual. Now I'm going to talk about the peace now in Sudan. As you know, the peace agreement, which is called Comprehensive Peace Agreement, was signed in 2005. And the peace agreement has so many things that it has included. For example, power sharing, wealth, and so many other things like citizenship, oil revenues, administration, and so on. And one of the things in the CPA also is the referendum for Southern Sudan, for the people of Abyei, and for the people of Southern Blue Nile and people of Nuba Mountain. So, ladies and gentlemen, Southern Sudan is now gone, but still there are so many outstanding issues that needs to be resolved. So usually when a country breaks up, there are so many things that are shared between the two countries. So at this time, I would really like to invite the international community, IGAD, OAU, Canada, and all the countries that are friends of IGAD to continue and follow up with the issues that are not resolved. The issues of Abyei, the issues of Nuba Mountain, the issues of Southern Blue Nile, the issues of citizenship, the issues of oil, the issues of borders, which are very important, and so many other outstanding issues. So we invite the international community to seriously focus on this, and including our government here in Canada. That is a very important message, and I mean to send it out today. There is no any other chance I can do it except today. That's number one. The second thing also is concerning us in Sudan ourselves, the people of South Sudan. We know that when a new country is born, we usually start from scratch. In the SPLM, we have a vision that will transform the Sudan into a new country, a vision of freedom, freedom of press, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and so many other things. And this is the vision now we intend to transport to Southern Sudan. So, and it's a responsibility of everyone, whether here in this hall or whether in Sudan, South Sudan. It's our joint responsibility to make sure that this vision is implemented on the ground, because our people did not die in vain. So today, I'm appealing to all of us who are here, and even those who are in South Sudan, to continue talking to your members of parliament, to your chiefs, brothers and sisters, to keep us working on these important issues, because no one else can work on our behalf. It's only us who can do that. So this is another important message that we need to focus on. Other important issues also in Southern Sudan that we need to work on, for example, corruption, and so many issues of tribalism that also separate us. We have to start working on them from right here, right now. And ladies and gentlemen, if we are able to do that, we'll be able to change even the situation in Sudan. And Southern Sudan for that matter. So this is my appeal today, and it's very important for all of us to start doing this. The third thing that I would like to say is concerning our community here. I think after separating from the old Sudan, we have to leave away the things that are of all time. That means even in our community here, we have to start restructuring things so that we can do things in an efficient way, in a way that will lead us forward. Now, at this point, I'm going to work together with the leaders of the Sudan. If you're able to do that here, that means one day, even if it's not us, it's the future generation, they will be able to take this experience and knowledge and transform our country of origin, Sudan. So I'm not going to talk much. These are the messages that I'm going to deliver to all of us today. As a leader of the SPLM here in Manitoba, there are three things that are important that I would like to do. Even if it is the issue of agriculture. We know that Manitoba is an agricultural land. The same thing in Southern Sudan. This is another goal that we as a community, and if I have to champion it, I will also make sure that agricultural schemes and projects are transported to Southern Sudan. The third thing is in the field of education, and that's the area in which I'm also deeply involved. So we'll try to find ways in which we can also help back from there. So to conclude, brothers and sisters, there are so many other things that we also need to focus on, things like women issues. This is very important because during the war, women also suffered a great deal. So we need to also respect those rights and work on them. Not only in Sudan, we'll actually start work on them from here. The issues of youth. So many of you know that our youth are here in the prison system. I must assure you this, that all of these youths, when they came to Manitoba, they came without any record. But because of the difficulties here, they get thrown into counterproductive things. And these are some of the things we need to start working on, the issues of youth and our children so that they can succeed, so that they can contribute better in our society here. So, not to take much of your time, I'm going to conclude here. Before I conclude,